Hey everyone, I just bought this 2007 MacBook Pro for $100. It's definitely an old laptop. It's 8 years old, and it does have a broken camera. And then the seller told me that there's a line on the screen as well. But I just want to think about it like if we can actually replace this with a modern laptop. So today I'm just going to test it out to see how this works and give you pros and cons, and to see if this is something that you want to consider buying in 2025. So I've been hunting on a Facebook marketplace for tech deals, and I found this seller was selling for MacBook Pro for crazy low price, for $120 or $30, and I was able to negotiate this to $100. This is literally the price for the AirPods. The best part was the seller was actually very honest about the issues in the laptop. She told me that the FaceTime camera doesn't work, and there's some problems with the display, and otherwise it was pretty good. I did get the original charger and the cable as well. But here's the thing, for me personally, I don't really use a laptop for cameras anyways, and it was really cheap. It was like $100, so I just wanted to see if I could use this for, writing my blog post, or just take this machine on the go. But for $100, I think this is a really good deal. So I just wanted to see if I can use this laptop as my new travel machine. I can take it anywhere I want to go, just use it lightly, watch movies, YouTube, and write my notes on this. So the first impression, it's definitely old laptop. It does have some scratches on the lid, but nothing too crazy. The trackpad is still perfectly functioning. The keyboard is good, but it's not as good as the newer MacBook Pros. And this model has 4 Thunderbolt 3 ports, which is amazing. It makes it more useful than the newer MacBook Airs. And honestly, I didn't really see any issues on the screen. I keep using it. I didn't really find that was a big issue for me personally. I think normally this happens when you put a case on your MacBook Pro. So sometimes it does stretch it out, and then it causes the screen to have these kind of lines on the screen. So my personal recommendation is that don't use any screens protector on the screen, and also the case for the MacBook Pros specifically. I had the same problem with my MacBook Air, MacBook Pros. So highly recommend just use it as is, or maybe use a leather case. So other than that, I think it was pretty good. And I did some testing. Now the reality is that this is a dual core Intel 5 i5 processor from 2017. So we're talking about 8 years old, in a world where processors keep improving every year. It does got 8 GB of RAM and 256 GB of SSD storage. It's running macOS Ventura, which is good. So on paper, it is pretty impressive, but the thing is that how does it perform in 2025? So what I did, so in a real world scenario, you typically open so many browser tabs. So I did that in Safari. I opened so many things. I run Spotify. I opened so many documents. I edited photos, and I tried to play all the YouTube 4K as well. And honestly, everything works fine. I don't really see a lot of issues. But remember, it's not lightning fast. It's not a fast laptop. It is feels a little bit slow. When you turn it on, it's a little bit slow. The SSD, it's really good that it keeps everything, feeling snappy. You can do the basic productivity work, and you would not know that this is like a $100 laptop. So anyway, it's a really good deal. And okay, so the bad part is that if you try to edit videos, 4K videos, then I think this is gonna struggle. You can do a 1080p, which is fine. Gaming is not gonna work on this laptop. Heavy multitasking is another thing that will make the fan spin faster. But for the majority of the people, 90% of the people, they could use this laptop for the email, documents, web browsing, streaming, which is definitely good enough for the day-to-day usage. And you can take it, on the go. You can take it travel with this laptop. So it's not that bad. It does have the Touch ID as well, which is pretty good. It works. The ports are really good. You got 4 Thunderbolt 3 ports, and you can connect all your monitors, external hard drives, and you can still charge without carrying additional dongles. So overall, it has a lot more ports than MacBook Air. Talking about the battery life, I'm using MacBook Pro 14, and you know, the M1 processor is fantastic for the battery life. I get like at least 5 to 6 hours, or at least 8 hours. But with this model, I typically get about 3 to 4 to 5, maximum 5 hours. But again, it's a really old laptop. The battery may need to be replaced, but when I checked it, it was working fine so far. So now towards the end, I think if you're thinking about long term, this laptop, the main thing is that the software support. So currently it is running, you know, macOS Ventura perfectly, but you know, in future it probably won't get any more software updates from Apple. So if you're looking for something that would last you at least 2 to 3 years, you know, with the security updates and all that, then I do recommend spend a little bit more money getting the M1. But M1, it has a better battery life, and then it'll be faster than this machine. So overall, I feel like this $100 laptop is pretty good. I would keep it. And if you want to get something like this, you can get it as a secondary device. And the most important element that you need to keep in mind is that this cannot be your primary device. You cannot really edit videos on this. You can play games. It's not for that. You could definitely use this as a secondary laptop, and you know, for travel and for students, I think it's a fantastic value. So I would buy this again if I find this and I want. And I did replace this screen as well if I needed to. It's super easy to do in these laptops. I do recommend if you're looking for something as a secondary device, but know that there are some limitations to the battery and software updates. Those are the 2 things that you need to be mindful about these machines. All right, that's it for today. Let me know your comments, feedback, if you have any questions about this, if you're considering getting this machine, or if you want to get the M1 or M2 or M3 and 4. So I hope this is helpful. Let me know in the comments if there's any feedback. I appreciate you watching today. Have a good one. Thank you.